In the world of reality TV, few names stir up as much conversation and controversy as Carlos King. He's a big name, a known producer, and many people have a lot to say about his influence on the shows we all know and love. Today, we're diving deep into a conversation that recently took place, where Claudia Jordan and Dustin didn't hold back in calling out some of the behaviors happening behind the scenes, particularly with Carlos King. It all started when Carlos King hosted a reality TV recap show. He had a special guest, Ebony Williams, former star of The Real Housewives of New York, and they talked about everything from Karen Huger's recent DUI case to the future of reality TV stars. But in the midst of this, a lot of things were left unsaid, and some things were said that really got people talking, especially regarding the direction of reality TV as a whole. The conversation quickly shifted to one topic that has been on many people's minds for a while: the manipulation of reality TV. Claudia Jordan, known for her outspoken nature, didn't hold back during the conversation. She talked about how reality TV has changed over the years and how the audience is being trained to believe the stories that are presented on screen. This is an important point, and I think it's something that a lot of us can relate to. Reality TV, at its core, is supposed to show the real lives of these stars, but the truth is that much of it is scripted or, at the very least, manipulated. Claudia called out those fake portrayals, saying that people are allowed to act one way on TV and then be presented as saints, especially when they quote Bible verses to mask their actions. It's a real issue when people are allowed to cheat, lie, and manipulate situations, yet they're able to hide behind quotes or spiritual sentiments to cover it all up. Now, let's be honest here for a second. Reality TV stars are known for their drama, but when it crosses a line into toxic or damaging behavior, it's a whole different situation. Claudia also pointed out that there's a lack of accountability. This is a crucial element because without accountability, reality TV becomes just a cycle of negativity, with no one learning or growing from the situation. But here's where it gets even more interesting. As they talked about these issues, Claudia also brought up how some reality stars are essentially self-producing their storylines. They're dictating what they will or won't talk about, steering the narrative in ways that fit them best. We see this often, right? Certain stars know exactly how to create drama or manipulate situations to make themselves look better. But Claudia called this out, noting how harmful it is to the integrity of the shows. Now, let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room, Phaedra Parks. Claudia and Dustin didn't hold back when it came to her. The conversation quickly turned to Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 9, where Phaedra played a pivotal role in one of the most controversial moments in Housewives history. If you're not familiar with this, let me give you a quick rundown. Phaedra spread a rumor about Kandi Burruss, alleging that Kandi and her husband, Todd, wanted to drug and sexually assault Phaedra's co-star, Portia Williams. This accusation was completely false, and when the truth came out, it was devastating. What followed was a chain reaction that led to Phaedra being fired from the show. Yet, despite all this, Phaedra was later rewarded with opportunities in the reality TV world. She landed spots on other shows, including The Traitor and Dancing with the Stars. She was even brought back to Real Housewives of Atlanta for a brief return. This left many fans questioning, why is she being rewarded for her actions, especially when others involved in the scandal faced real consequences? Dustin and Claudia made it clear, they didn't think Phaedra deserved any more chances. They felt like she hadn't truly been held accountable for her role in spreading the rumor, and they questioned why people who act like this are allowed to come back to the show with no real consequence. But here's the thing, while they were being critical of Phaedra, they also noted that she was good for reality TV. This is a complicated issue. On the one hand, Phaedra's actions were damaging and hurtful, but on the other hand, those kinds of scandals do bring in views. It's a hard balance to strike, but it's one that many reality TV producers are constantly trying to figure out. But let's not forget that Carlos King played a major role in all of this. Claudia and Dustin didn't miss the opportunity to bring up his involvement with Phaedra and his general approach to producing reality TV. They noted how Carlos has been accused of coaching reality stars on what to say during reunions, how to act, and even what kind of drama to stir up. Carlos himself has admitted this in the past, and it's caused a lot of backlash. In essence, he's been accused of manipulating the storylines, ensuring that certain narratives play out in a way that benefits the network. Now, that's a huge issue because it goes against everything that reality TV is supposed to represent. Reality TV is supposed to capture real moments, real reactions, real emotions, and real drama. But when you have a producer like Carlos King coaching people on what to say, it starts to feel more like a scripted show than something that's actually real. Now, when Claudia and Dustin were discussing the situation, there was one glaring moment that caught everyone's attention. They were talking about Phaedra's return to Real Housewives of Atlanta and how it was clear that Carlos King had a lot to do with this. Despite the fact that Phaedra's departure from the show was full of unresolved tension, and despite the fact that there had been no real closure with Kandi and Phaedra, Carlos King didn't seem to want to address it. In fact, when Dustin and Claudia were talking about the whole mess, Carlos went completely mute. He didn't contribute anything to the conversation and instead tried to change the subject. Now, why would he do this? Some people speculate that Carlos King didn't want to stir up any more controversy, especially regarding Phaedra. Maybe he knew that if he got involved in that conversation, it would only draw more attention to the things he's been accused of in the past, like coaching reality stars and manipulating storylines. It's also possible that he just didn't want to rock the boat when it comes to his own relationships with people in the industry. Whatever the reason, it was a strange moment, and it definitely left a lot of people wondering why Carlos decided to remain silent. Let's also talk about another important point that Claudia Jordan raised during this conversation. She pointed out how the reality TV world has changed. She said that it's become too fake, and that the people we see on TV are not really showing us their true selves. This is something that many fans have noticed over the years. Reality TV has turned into a machine, a business, and it's about creating moments that will get views, not necessarily capturing real-life moments. The lines between reality and fiction have become so blurred that it's hard to tell what's real anymore. Claudia's comments hit home because they echo what so many fans have been saying for years. Reality TV used to feel like an escape. It felt like we were getting a glimpse into the lives of real people, with real emotions and real problems. But now, it feels like a game. It's all about creating drama, stirring the pot, and making sure that certain people stay relevant by any means necessary. And Carlos King, as a producer, has been a key figure in this shift. He's been accused of manipulating storylines, coaching stars, and making reality TV less about real life and more about creating a spectacle. In conclusion, the world of reality TV is shifting, and not everyone is happy about it. Claudia Jordan and Dustin spoke out about the fake realities that are being presented to us, and how the people behind these shows are contributing to this issue. They also called out Carlos King for his involvement in manipulating storylines and coaching stars on what to say and do. It's a complicated situation, but one thing is clear. Reality TV is no longer about showing us the truth, it's about creating a story that will get people talking and keep them watching. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is up to each viewer to decide. But it's hard to ignore the growing sense that the authenticity of reality TV is being compromised in the name of ratings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the way reality TV is being produced these days? Do you think it's getting too fake? Do you think producers like Carlos King are making things worse? Let's talk about it.